welcome back to my channel. It's me, Tamika, aka Skinny Girl in my VSG body. Well, how have y'all been? It is July, y'all. Can y'all believe that? By the time we look up, Christmas is going to be here and gone, and it's going to be July 2018 all over again. So before we get started in the video, I'm sure that you can see the topic in the description box, but I do just want to give a few shout outs. You know, I got some shout outs to give, right? So I just want to give a few shout outs before I get started. First of all, I want to say give a shout out to the crayon case, because I've been wearing this Murder Matte lippy. I love it. So the information about the lippy and the other cosmetics will be in the description box below, so make sure you check it out. Also, I'm wearing a t-shirt that says ain't no bae, because I ain't got no bae. However, they are a New Orleans based clothing line, whoisbae.com. They have different bae type t-shirts. They could probably personalize a bae t-shirt for you as well, so hit them up, and I'll also put their information in the description box below as well. And it's July, so tomorrow I start the July results in 28-day challenge. Now listen, y'all know from my vlogs from last month in June, I was not able to complete the July challenge because of my injury. However, that's not gonna happen this month, because I got faith. I talked to my God and he told me, girl, we gonna do this. So I am already ready. I went to the grocery store already, and I am prepping my food now for the week. So I'm gonna have me a cute little meal prep situation going on. Let me know if you want to see any of that. Now, I'm not by no means Rachel Rat, but I can put some things together because I know how to read instructions, right? I know how to read the instructions on things. So let me know if you want to see how I particularly meal prep my meals and what I put in my lunch bag as well. If you are interested in joining next month's challenge, which will be August, make sure you click the link below. It's my referral code, and you can look at, you know, all the results on there. You can look at they have like a quick video just to give you a description of what the program is. So make sure that you also watch that as well before you commit. You know, and follow them on Instagram. You can see the results of their clients that they work closely with. Like I said, Jocelyn is one of their big clients. She is also in the videos each month, and each day you get a different video. You get a full a meal plan that you can follow. So it's a great program, only for $39.97, and I know some of y'all pissed that out in the club. So, you know, try it out. You trying to be slim and trim, you know, it's not always about just getting a summer body. It's about also just being healthy as well. So make sure that you follow that information in the description box below, and let's get started with the video. So I got this topic idea from my good girlfriends Tiffany and Tanea of the show. Hey girls, hey. So they have a segment on their channel where they answer questions from their viewers. If you have not subscribed to them, make sure that you do, and I'll also put their information in the description box below. So I'm going to paraphrase the question. It pretty much was like, where do you find your confidence in being a plus size woman? And I know Tiffany was like, I wish Tamika was here to answer this question. So guess what, girl? Tamika is here to answer that question for that viewer. Now, I'm not going to say that I have always been the most confident in everything that goes on. No, I can't even say that nobody is that confident in everything in their life. Men, women, cat, dog, mouse. Nobody is that confident in their life, and we all have areas in our life that we wish that we could fix, that we, you know, don't like, and things like that. So I do know that the viewer was talking about how she was suffering from depression, and just saying that because of her weight, you know, it hinders her from doing a lot of things. And I'm just here to let her know, girl, do not, and I repeat, do not let your weight hinder you from doing anything. So one day I woke up and I said, I can't do this anymore. I can't be short out of, you know, I can't be have shortness of breath anymore. I can't eat myself to death, because that's what I was doing, being glutty, and gluttony is a sin. Okay, I just couldn't do it no more. I sat and realized my mother died at the age of 52. Yeah, I'm gonna blink and I'm gonna be 52. I don't want that to happen. I have, you know, those diabetes, and I have heart disease, and I have, you know, cancer. I have different things on both sides of my family. And so me personally, I decided to say, hey, I gotta stop this. I gotta stop it. I am too young to be borderline diabetic. I am too young to have high cholesterol, and I am too young to be taking high blood pressure pills, which I'm no longer on any of those medications because of my weight loss. And I can actually say that the weight loss has helped with my confidence. So to the viewer, I just want to give you some words of encouragement. I just want to, you know, just kind of give you an idea and let you know where I've come from in the standpoint of confidence. And I hope that this helps a lot of people, because I know that we all suffer, you know, if you're plus size, if you're regular size, you know, there may be other areas in your life that may not work. So you might have to find the confidence from somewhere and pull it from somewhere in order to continue to go on. So let's get started just with a little bit of my background in terms of confidence, shall we? So I'm gonna play this clip real quick that I seen on Instagram, and I thought it was hilarious because this is what people have always said to me my whole entire life. Let's check out the video.
You're not fat, you're beautiful. I love that you don't care what other people think of you. You're never gonna find a boyfriend if you look like that. You are so beautiful for a big girl. Are you pregnant? Are you sure you should be wearing that? Your face is so pretty. I love your face. I'm obsessed with your face. Fat girls just have such pretty faces. Like, do you even know what a vegetable is? Oh, you're not fat, you're just curvy. You just need to find a boy that likes big girls. Now listen, it's all about portion control. So is your boyfriend fat as well? How do you have sex? So what's your opinion on diets? Oh my gosh, you're eating a salad, good for you. Does your boyfriend have like a fat fetish? Babes, I'm just really worried about your health. Oh my god, I'm so fat. Maybe you just shouldn't wear stripes or patterns or anything type. Do you really want to eat that much? You should wear more black. I love you even though you're fat. Yeah, I don't think crop tops were made for your body type. I mean, I don't think anything was made for your body type.
Can you relate? Like, you're cute for a big girl. Oh, you know, this and that. And it comes off as people being really genuine. They think it's coming off as genuinely looking out for you or being, you know, trying to make you aware of your health risks and things like that. But it really comes off as judgy, especially when, you know, it's not warranted, okay? I know what I look like when I look in that mirror, okay? I'm not lying to myself that I'm a size 2. That's not, and a size 2 is nothing wrong with that, but that's not where I've ever been, and that's not where I'm ever going. But I want people to understand that if you lack confidence in something in your life, especially when it comes to your weight, why not fix it? If something is bothering you and you're complaining about it and you're not doing anything to fix it, then why complain about it? I mean, that's just, it sounds simple, but it really isn't that simple for some. In my past, I have suffered from depression, but the one thing I can say is that my depression was never as a result of my me being heavy. My depression was from outside sources, but I'm going to say that because of my depression, my weight suffered it. I was not active. Of course, I was laying around more. I was eating more. I was binge eating. Because food is comforting, and that's the only thing that I felt at that time would make me happy, was eating chips and ice cream and cake and eating all that bad stuff. You know, it would be to the point where I wasn't even cooking anymore. I was eating fast food at least, you know, for my 3 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I was going to McDonald's or Burger King or ordering pizza or eating cheesesteaks because I was depressed. So because of that, my body took a major toll on that. And you know, it was a little downer because now, like, I'm not even able to fit my clothes I used to be able to wear, and I can only shop at certain specialty stores now. And it was just really, you know, subconsciously, you know, I'm thinking, like, you know, whatever. But as I'm sitting back thinking about it now, like, that depression is a really, really big thing. And, you know, unfortunately my health started to deteriorate because of that. And it all just started with, you know, one little thing, and it just went spirally out of control. So I had to one day get a grip on that, and was, you know, I had to shake myself and was like, okay, there's some things that you need to fix in your life. You need to get rid of some people, you need to get rid of some things, and, you know, this is how we're gonna make it work, girl. We're gonna get it. But even when I was able to overcome my depression, I still had the results of it, which was my weight gain. And it was just getting worse and worse and worse. It eventually started to let me have like a body, I want to say, complex. You know, certain things, you know, I would wear, I would, you know, I've never been real about my arms, so my arms was never a big deal to me, but I would always wear, like I told you all before, cardigans to cover up my cracks and my crevices. Or I would always sit with my shirt, you know, with my hands in my shirt, trying to keep my shirt from being so close around my stomach, to keep it, you know, away and distracting from what was really going on. And that was me just eating myself to oblivious. Like, I can't believe that I actually allowed myself to do that. I'm so happy for my tool and for what I am doing now. So let me just say that I had a few tips that helped me be able to overcome that and boost up my confidence, because I feel like my confidence has really boosted up a lot since I've lost these 95 pounds. So I'm just gonna go over that real quick, and I hope that this really helps their viewer. So I can say that one of the things that really helped me was that I always pride myself on having an amazing support system. Support system can come from anybody. If you feel like you can't get that support system like I can from my family and my friends, find a support system online. When I was going through my pre-op for my surgery, I created a Instagram page dedicated solely for my weight loss, and that's the people that I follow. People with the same similar things that I was going through. You know, they can tell you, you know, their journey. Now, everybody's journey is not the same, but at least you kind of have an idea of what to look forward to. And I'm not saying that, you know, everybody should go out and have weight loss surgery. By no means am I saying that. That's just the route that I took. That was my last resort that I took, and that me and my doctor decided would be best for me and for my health. So find that support system, even if you have to seek medical help when it comes to like your depression, or finding ways in order to be confident in yourself. I know that when I was going through my depression time, I had no problem with going to see my counselor. My counselor she was amazing. She pretty much always, you know, had me, even though I'm sitting there thinking like, yeah, I'm okay, I'm this, I'm that, she was pulling things out of me subconsciously that I had no idea was wrong with me, and that was triggering different things in me. And she also helped me find ways in order to, you know, combat those triggers. Like I mentioned earlier, if it's something that you don't like, change it. You can start off with small little changes. Before I got my weight loss surgery, I started off with, okay, Tamika, guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna stop frying foods, you know what I mean? So I would put my Fry Daddy all the way at the top of my cabinet, because I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna feel like going way up there to go get it. So I already know that I'm not gonna fry it. So start baking your food, you know, start broiling it, you know, boiling your food and things like that. Eat more vegetables. Just do small things. Try to set up mini goals, so that way at the end there'll be bigger goals. You know, maybe try to increase your walking. I've told you all before that I walk. You know, my office is on the east side of our building, but I will park on the west side and walk all the way down to the east side of my parking garage, and then, you know, go that way to try to take the steps more. I take the steps of my, you know, my job. I'm on the 4th floor, and if I have to go to the cafeteria, I'll take the, you know, I'll take the steps. it's only 2 flights down. Try something like that. Just try to find little things that you can kind of tweak in your life in terms of, you know, being healthier for yourself. You know, maybe try skipping a meal and implementing maybe a protein shake for that meal versus eating a big meal like that. I've done that. Try to find a support group. Like I said, if you can't find it online, try to find a support group in your area with people of like minds. You know, I know people join like sororities and fraternities and just like local community things that you can do just to get out, you know, volunteer at your local shelters and things like that. So that way you can kind of get your mind off of different things, but in the interim, you're helping yourself in a bigger way because, you know, to me, one of the things is helping people. It always helps me boost up my confidence as well within myself. Just to see the smile on people's faces allows me to smile internally, and it boosts up my confidence as well. One of the things that I always do too is I always search for positive affirmations. I don't know if some people may follow my personal Instagram where I have been putting a lot more personal affirmations on my page. Now, I know the one thing that I do when I first wake up is I always say, thank you God for letting me see another day. And I tweet that. That's the first tweet that I tweet every day. And I've been doing it for years. I always try to find some positive affirmation that I can, you know, try to implement in my life. And also, hopefully that it resonates and maybe hit somebody as well. I know sometimes some people be in my comments and be like, whoo, that caught me. Good, that's what it's supposed to do because it caught me too. So I just want to make sure that I'm able to share this with you all. Other ways that I find with positive affirmations is I could say, you know, maybe you could read a book. You can find a podcast. I listen to a lot of podcasts. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and in those videos I always find, or those podcasts, somebody is always giving me some type of positive affirmation about something to help me boost my, you know, my confidence in my life. Them telling their story, me listening and seeing that may be the path where I'm going, and I'm like, detour, you know, let me go ahead and learn from somebody else's mistake. So that is always a great confidence booster for me because it just kind of sets the tone and mood of the day. And while we're speaking about setting the tone and the mood of the day, I'm going to say also find yourself a higher power, okay? Not everybody believes in God, and I understand that, but whatever that you pray to or whatever that you believe in, I'm going to say find that and really, you know, understand and look to them for that guidance and for that help. I am an energy spirity type person, so I feed off of energy and I feed off of the spirit of others. So if somebody is around me negative or there's something kind of off about them, I can point it out right away. And that's because I'm in touch with my power, you know, my higher power. And, you know, like I said, every day I wake up and I'll say, thank you, God, for waking me up. Thank you, God, for blessing me with this, and this. And thank you, God, for this and this. And thank you for keeping my family safe. And thank you for keeping my friends safe and overnight. And keep us covered, okay? As we go through this day, because anything could happen. This is just the things that I say. Sometimes you might have to write some positive affirmations on your mirror. I have posties on my mirror that have positive affirmations, you know, things that'll say, I am this, I am beautiful, I am loving, I am a woman, I am a queen, I am this. You know, you have to be able to set your tone. If you already are waking up in a bad mood, and that's how your day is gonna go. You have to put out in the atmosphere what you want, and you have to put those positive vibes out if you want to get positive vibes back. That is just the law of attraction in a nutshell. And you know, that is something that I've always honed my life on. So, you know, I'm not like a real book reader, but I will read some quotes. I will read some quotes and I will save them or I will screenshot them. I will, you know, post them up. I have stuff on my desk that even helps me. There are apps out there that give you positivity every single day, just to kind of get you going. So I think that those have been some of the things that have helped me with keeping my confidence up. And once that you start seeing that your body is changing, once you start seeing that you're getting different types of attention from different people, now it's a little bit more positive attention versus maybe the negative attention that you may have been getting, it's going to change the way, you know, but the one thing that you have to do is you have to change the way that you think first and foremost. And that's the only way that I can say that I have been able to be confident. I am not the size that I want to be. I am in the process of getting there. But I will say that while I'm going through this, my goal is to always remain positive and, you know, my dad always told me, don't sweat the small stuff. My best friend too. They don't sweat the small stuff in life. You may stress over something that, you know, that is beyond your control, but I've learned and taken from them that you can't sweat the small stuff. So that's one thing that you cannot do. Now, I didn't want to make this a long video, but unfortunately it's long enough. So I'm gonna end it here. If you want to keep this discussion going, let's talk in the description box. I mean, in the comment section. Let's continue to talk. If you have any questions, by all means, I am here to answer those for you. Again, I like to converse, talk back and forth. You know, I have no problem with answering any questions. I try to be as transparent as I can. And I just want to thank you all for taking the time to watch my video. Hopefully this helps someone. If you haven't done already, if you watched the video this far, hopefully you've subscribed. Come back to me every week to see a new video. And yeah, let's just, you know, get these bodies together. Let's get these positive vibes and juices flowing and stuff. And I will see you all